Important is not to cough. Okay, I believe I am live. Hello, everyone. Nadya is here. I am going to find myself on my business page and share inside of our Friends and Health Facebook group. Friends and Health Facebook group is for your daily motivation and inspiration in your wellness journey. So if you know someone, please invite them. Okay. My cell phone battery is low, but my computer is on. All right, so let me see if I can glance at the comments. Double technology here, computer and the cell phone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Nadya. I'm a certified health, life, and fitness coach, and I help men and women in the 50s to lose stubborn 20 pounds so they can fit in the clothes they want to fit and keep it this way through a transformation of lifestyle and habit change. I'm also a passionate advocate of Beyond Organic chocolate products for your everyday use. Today, we are going to talk about how not to overeat. Ooh, what a topic, what a topic. So if you like topics like this, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Natural Power 100. Topics like this and more are instantly uploaded there. Also, you can subscribe to my Thursday newsletter. It's under nadyataj.com/newsletter. And again, I will post all these links underneath this video. Every time I say my website, I'm wondering, anybody can spell my last name correctly? Probably not. So I'm going to comment all these names and links underneath this video. Also, if you're interested in starting on the basic foundational nutritional program for your body to be able to heal, for your body to help heal itself, do let me know. We have a 30-day Prove It challenge for that, which starts with 7-day healthy cleanse. If you've never done cleanse before, it's a great opportunity to help your body reset and start just on healthy eating, really. All right, folks. Well, let's talk about how not to overeat. Why I chose this topic is because don't we all tend to do that once a while? More than that, holidays are coming. That's pretty much the main purpose. What do we do to stay on track of balanced eating and not to overindulge on all these good foods that we are going to consume? By the way, if you're watching live, go ahead and type in the comments that you're watching live and where you're from. Thank you, Bob. If you're watching in replay, go ahead and type #replay and where you're watching from as well. Okay, and I'm going to sip on my tea once in a while because I'm still recovering with my cough. So here you go. Speaking of how not to overeat, I'm consuming it. It's Reese's, but I'm drinking my green tea. So here you go. One of the ways. All right, folks. So how not to overeat. Let's talk about it. You know, when I was thinking, okay, how do we how are we tempted to overeat? What happens with us when we overeat? Well, first of all, imagine most of us, probably 99.9%, are busy on the go. So when we eat on the go, we don't allow our body to really register that we are eating. So have you found yourself sometimes eating a full meal and you still feel hungry? Well, it's because you probably were eating so fast on the go that you did not allow your brain to actually register that you're consuming the meal. So weekends, I often hear, I do so well during the week, but on the weekend, I don't promise I'm going to eat well. I'm going to overeat. Okay, so weekends. Or evenings also, when we are so busy throughout the day and then we come home and we indulge in this beautiful dinner, and 7 p.m., 8 p.m., sometimes I hear 10 p.m. Yeah, and we're hungry all day long because we're busy at work. And of course, we tend to overeat at dinner because we're relaxing, we're having a good time, and there is a good meal, meat, potatoes, and green beans. I'm just making it up. But that's easy to overeat, isn't it? Especially when you sit down with the family and enjoy your time. So it's the outings. Oh, have you ever been to Texas restaurant? The meals are as big as the state. It's very easy to overeat. Yeah. And of course, holidays and evenings when everyone goes to bed. And here's this refrigerator that allows you to spend some time with yourself and just feel sweetness in your mouth. Most likely there's an ice cream in the freezer or maybe a pie from last night. And it's just time for yourself where you can be on your own and enjoy your time. Sometimes in the middle of the night, who can relate to that? Waking up and here's the refrigerator. Usually I hear ice cream. What's with ice cream at night? Who can tell me? I'm interested. But don't we tend to overeat in times like this, foods like that? If you've ever overate before, please put in the comments. I'm curious. I'm gonna comment for myself. I've been there, have done that, still do. Even though I know how not to, I still do. All right. Okay, folks. Well, it's not like we're not going to overeat in our lifetime. It just happens. It's a part of our natural things we do. And some of us do it on a regular basis, and we feel so addicted to overeating, we don't know how to stop. And we don't know how to stop because we have so conditioned our body to get used to what we are doing. It's literally a habit. And the habit is established physically, emotionally, mentally, and it's not as easy to break it. You're physically addicted to overeating, just like you can be physically addicted to sugar, physically addicted to alcohol, drugs, etc. There are so many addictions, not just the ones that we commonly think about. So if you find yourself one of these people who are constantly overeat, I invite you to look at it as it's not one day process. It's not one meal process. It's meal after meal after meal. And it's a series of choices of doing otherwise or adjusting your habit. And you do it long enough, at least a month, that you start noticing that your body is getting used to something different. Or if you tend to overeat once in a while, evenings, weekends, outings, family events, and you don't like doing that, that will be me. There is a way, if I can say, control it or be aware of it, or plan it. All right. So let's talk about it. There are two aspects here, and I actually mentioned two of them already. One of them is emotional aspect, and another one is physical aspect. Guess which one is more difficult? Actually, two of them. So emotional aspect. By the way, if you have a piece of paper in front of you, I invite you to write down those questions because those are the crucial questions. I quite often hear the clients say, I'm going to write this down and put it on my refrigerator. Good idea. And why we do that? We put this question on the refrigerator. When we at 11 p.m. walk towards that refrigerator and I read the question, I may do otherwise. I may not open the refrigerator. I'll be present to the answer why I'm doing it. Oop, I already said. So you ready to write down the questions? Number 1. What foods do I tend to overeat? What foods do I tend to overeat? It's not all the foods we overeat, isn't it? Especially if we do it occasionally. There's particular set of foods that we tend to overeat. I'll give you my example. Pizza on Friday. Comes so fast to me as an answer. Isn't that easy to overeat too, huh? Question number 2. And by the way, when you write down the question, go ahead and write down an answer. If it's right there in front of you, most likely already answered, write it down. Number 2. What is the emotion I'm looking for while eating those foods? What is the emotion I'm looking for while eating those foods? This is the most important question. This is the one you want to put on the refrigerator. What is the emotion I'm looking for? Giving you a couple of examples. If it's something sweet, let's say ice cream, I already answered it. You're looking for an emotion that gives you sweetness, something sweet. You're looking for relaxation if it's 11 p.m. You want to relax. You're looking for peace. And ice cream in the refrigerator just represents that. In my example, Friday, a pizza on Friday, oh boy, it's coming. What is the emotion I'm looking for? I've done it long enough. I know exactly what I'm looking for, belonging to my family. Because if I don't, I feel excluded. There are different situations, there are different foods. What is the emotion I'm looking for while eating those foods or wanting those foods? Hi, Stephanie. All right. Thank you for watching. So the question number 1 was, what foods do I tend to overeat? I invite you to write them down. Second, the most important, what is the emotion I'm looking for while eating those foods? Third question for you to consider, what time of the day do I tend to overeat? It's a very important question. What time of the day do I tend to overeat? Go ahead and answer. Is it evening when you're with the family? Is it lunch when you're on the go? Is it 11 p.m. when everyone is sleeping at night, in the middle of the night? So the combination of that question is, what do I usually do that time of the day? What do I usually do that time of the day? Write them down. What I might do is actually type them into the comments for you. Number 4 question, the last one. That will belong to the previous question. What time of the day and what do I usually do? What is your stress level of that time of the day? What is your stress level of that time of the day or throughout the day? What is the stress level? By the way, it's a good question for stress eaters. Do you tend to overeat when you're under stress? It's amazing to me. I notice it's in the middle of the afternoon when I switch my activities from fitness to online health coaching. So it's that in between where I consume my gratitude tea. Here you go. I put a bowl of nuts and fruit that's in the cup. And if I don't pay attention, I consume it so fast. Then I look in the empty bowl and I'm asking, where did it all go? I'm so not well, maybe mentally stressed to switch my activities, switch my actions. I tend to eat so fast. That's my example. What is yours? When I am tired, I overeat. Here you go. So, what is the emotion, Stephanie, you're looking for in that time when you overeat and you're tired? What is the emotion you're looking for? So that was number 2 question. Okay, so emotional aspect, we covered the questions. Number 1, what foods do I tend to overeat? Number 2, what is the emotion I'm looking for while eating those foods? Number 3, what time of the day and what do I usually do when I tend to overeat? Number 4, what is the stress level in those times of the day or in general throughout the day? Switching to a second aspect, physical aspect. This is the one that I really would like to focus on, but this may not work or will be not as simple if we're not present to emotional aspect. Emotional aspect is it. Once we know, once we're aware, we can tweak that habit with a physical aspect. So the emotional is really that end result or reward that our body is looking for. So what do we do with physical aspect in the middle of our habit? Let's talk about 3 points. Point number 1, simple, plan your meals. Plan. I hear so often we tend to overeat when we don't plan our meals. We find ourselves so starving and then we overeat. We eat so fast that we don't even realize how much we ate. Plan your meals. I plan my meals for the next day every single night. Do I want to? No. Am I grateful the next day? Definitely yes. I plan the meals I want to eat. Hi, Daniel. Thanks for watching. Number 2. Also, what happens is when we tend to overeat, we start eating too hungry. Danny, you've heard this recently. But it's so important for all of us, I could say. Eat between the meals. 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day, and what's in between? We let our body starve. Eat between the meals, even if it's just an apple or a healthy tiny snack. Do not let your body go into hunger. So, if you're writing notes, open a clean page and draw a line on that clean page from up to bottom. The bottom is number 1 or 10%. The top is 10 or 100%. So 10%, 100%. And ask yourself a question on the scale from 10 or 0% to 100. How hungry I am. You want to be at about 2 to 3, where you feel a little bit of hunger. So let's say, let me rewind back. On the bottom, you're really hungry, you're starving. And on the top, you're really full, you need to unzip your pants. So when you ask yourself, how hungry am I on a scale from 1 to 100? You want to find yourself 2, 3. And that's where you want to start thinking about the food and actually consuming food. You do not want to find yourself where you're really, really starving on the bottom. No, that's where we tend to overeat. Lack of planning leads to temptation, isn't it? It's all about planning. Meals, life, day, activities, actions in business, personal, fitness, anything. My daughter says I don't like planning. Well, if we don't plan, a lot of things may not happen that we want to be happen. If you plan, it's easy to be more flexible. You can deal with your plan and be flexible in between. Planning is a key. So when you are ready to eat, I recommend to start a timer. Start 20-minute timer. Use your cell phone. Use vibrate if you are in public. Let it just vibrate for you when 20 minutes is up. So what you're doing this 20 minutes, play the game to be the last person who finishes the plate. How do you do that? At the yesterday's talk for healthy holiday eating, I gave an example. Imagine the food you're chewing is a painting. If you love art, if you love paintings, you're not going to walk by the painting and do nothing. If you love that painting, you're probably going to stop and look at it for a while. You're going to enjoy every color, every stroke. You might ask the question, who is the painter? Where did he come from? What's the name? What's the story behind? What's the mood? There's so much curiosity about that piece of art. Do the same thing with your food. Savor each bite. Enjoy what you're chewing. Ask yourself the same questions. What is the flavor of this food? What is the color? What is the texture? Where did it come from? Who made it? Who grew it? And just enjoy it. Be thankful for each bite and each chew. Speaking of chewing, play the game of chewing as many as 33 times. I know, we don't usually do that, but that's actually what's recommended to chew to help your saliva to break down the foods into all the nutrients that the body will assimilate nutrients better, more complete. If we chew 3-5 times as we usually do, we are eliminating the first process of breaking down the foods. We tend to store more food in our body, or food in fat, basically. But by chewing, we are helping break down this food into nutrients and assimilate better in your body. You lose weight this way. Naturally. Besides, when you chew for so long, you tend to eat longer. So here is the process of the game to finish the last. So when your alarm sounds, you can actually even ask before alarm sounds, am I enjoying this food? If there's particular food you're not enjoying eating, feel free to say, no, I'm not going to eat that food. Eat what you love. Healthy. So 20-minute sounds, ask yourself a question. On a scale from 10 to 100, how full am I? You want to be around 70, no higher than 80. If you're over 80 to 100, you feel so full, you're going to zip your pants or want to. That's overeating. We want to stop at 70. You probably heard the concept, stop where you still feel a little hungry. You know you can eat more, but you also may know if you eat more, you will feel that you overate. So stop at 70, 80 on the fullness scale. How to stop? There is something that I will add today, which is a very good trick for the body. So if mentally it's hard to stop, you want to continue eating, let's do the trick for the brain and physically do it. You put the napkin on the plate, you move the plate away, and you say, I'm done. You might have about 5-second window after you ask yourself a question, how full am I? The answer comes about 70, 80. 5-second window to put the napkin on the plate, move it away, and announce, I'm done. Announce it loud so everybody can hear you, and it will be very embarrassing to open that napkin and eat the food again. Ugh, like it's leftovers, but not from the refrigerator. When you give yourself 5 seconds window, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, physically do it. You trick your brain, you switch that pattern, and you can actually do it. All right, go ahead and put your comments if there is something you would like to say. I am looking forward to your comments. Also, whether eating real food or desserts, if you have so much food that you would like to eat, you don't know what to do with all that food, size. Smaller plates versus bigger plates, small serving versus big serving. During the holidays, there will be more food, simple sizes. You can eat a lot by eating simple sizes. And savoring your bites, you will have plenty of time to enjoy sample sizes rather than eating fast and you don't even realize that you ate it all. You see the difference? All right, folks. This is how not to overeat. What comments do you have? What is the main aha moment for you? How do you see you can now start not planning, not overeating, doing your best? Two aspects, emotional aspect and physical aspect. Emotional is the most important, to know why we tend to overeat certain foods, what emotion we're looking for, what times of the day we tend to do that, what we are doing at that time of the day, and what is our stress level. The most important, the emotion you're looking for when you tend to overeat. Write it down. What is the emotion I'm looking for? Put it on your refrigerator. It's magic. Do it long enough, at least a month, to start noticing it's working. Consistency. Physical aspect, number 1, plan your meals. Here's the cough. Number 2, eat between your meals. Number 3, set a timer and ask yourself a question. Well, actually, ask yourself a question first on the scale from 10 to 100. How hungry I am? Start eating at 20, 30. Set a timer, savor your bites, breathe between the bites, play the game to be the last person who finishes the food. Enjoy your meals. When you're done, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put a napkin on the plate, move the plate away and say, I'm done. Small sizes versus big sizes matters. And here's how not to overeat. Whether we do it on a daily basis, occasionally, or not looking forward to do over the weekend, over the holidays. Okay, folks, one more time. If you know someone who would like daily motivation and inspiration on the wellness journey, please invite them to our Friends and Health Facebook group. Also, video like this will be uploaded or more will be uploaded to the Natural Power 100 YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed to my Thursday newsletter, it's under nadyataj.com/newsletter. I will post all these links underneath. Don't worry. And if you would like to start on nutritional foundation for your basic nutritional needs for your body, let us know. Prove a challenge, 30 days, feel better, or your money back guarantee. If you still have questions and if you would like to inquire on what it means to experience transformation for 90 days, let me know, because you're watching this video. Consultation might be free. And I will see you in the community. Before you go, please let me know what was your main appreciation from this conversation. Stephanie says, I have used 54321. I have this and it helps. Thank you. Great tips. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Leave me some comments before you go, and I will see you in the community. Thank you very much for watching.